Welcome to Reviews from the Back Row. I'm Michael Morris. With me, my buddy, the creative all creatives, the Scorsese of the South Side of Columbus, Nathan Schoener. Nathan, how are you?
Good. You put me on a pretty high pedestal
that
I'm probably going to fall off of pretty soon.
I wanted people to go, my God, who is this person? And then it'll all crumble after that. But if they only listen to the first 15 seconds of the show, they're going to love you.
Sounds good. I'm good for that.
Okay, so today, 2 trailers have dropped today, and we are going to watch and react. Fair enough?
Yep.
So which one do you want to do first? Madam Web or What If Season 2?
Let's do Madam Web.
Looks like Madam Web.
Let's do it. All right.
Starring, what did we say her name was? I kept wanting to call her Sylvia Sweeney, but I think I've got Loki in my head. Julia Sweeney? That she was on Saturday Night Live. Sweeney. Don't tell me, give me a hint.
Well, you'll be able to see it pretty quick.
I'm the best. Surfing the IMDb.
Madam Web, Sydney Sweeney.
Called it. Nailed it.
No, you said Sylvia Sweeney or something.
Doesn't matter. Her name in the movie is probably Sylvia.
Sydney Sweeney. Emma Roberts is your lead stars. Written and directed by S.J. Clarkson. Not sure who that is.
That
but
might not be good.
Let's see what they've done before we start the trailer so we can.
Woof. It's the exact picture you'd think it would be. This is off to a rough start.
Directed The Defenders.
The Defenders?
On Marvel. The Defenders.
Okay.
Jessica Jones, so she's part of that. Did a lot of TV acting, or TV directing,
Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black.
We know where this is going. An all-female cast.
Yeah, she's done a lot of TV, so she's directed Succession, an episode, Collateral, The Defenders. I was trying to see if there was
Tell me something that, like, I would go, oh, I can't believe it, like Hogan's Heroes. Tell me something good.
Well, I don't think she was alive and Hogan's Heroes was filmed. Anyway, let's watch the trailer.
Here we go.
Madam Web.
Hey, come on. Get your stuff. Let's go.
Violence against a woman, always a good start.
Yeah.
Let's try that again.
Interesting.
A week ago, I spent my life racing against time,
I'm gonna help you out today, okay?
trying to save people who were running out of it. Until one moment changed everything.
Come on! Welcome back to the land of the living.
I don't understand what's happening. I've been having visions. I knew he was gonna die. I think I'm seeing the future.
New York City is a whole new level of crazy these days.
What do you want from me?
New York City is a whole new level of crazy these days.
This is an emergency. Get off the train.
Interesting.
My man's trying to kill you.
What? Who are you? What is going on?
I can see the future.
Oh, what the hell?
She didn't see that coming? That's not how it works. I've seen that man before.
So who is he?
Ezekiel Sims. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
I recognize you. You live in my building. You're the paramedic.
Yeah, you almost ran me over.
You don't think this is weird? How we're all connected?
It's honestly like the least weird thing that's happened all day.
What do you want from me?
I have no idea what those girls are called.
Why don't you want from me?
I
Interesting.
think he can see into the future.
Why you want from me?
He's trying to change what happens. Julia, get down!
Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me?
Your future was almost so different.
Where do we go?
If you want to live, you have to trust me.
Get ready. Now!
You're showing off.
Maybe a little.
That's interesting. So somebody not very familiar with these characters, as you probably are a little bit more familiar. My first reaction is the trailer's done really well.
The trailer is exceptional, except for what's in it.
And and that's kind of where my thought was, is that you were hearing kind of some of your stuff. So not knowing anything about it, I am interested in seeing it, but I'm also interested to get your take, since you already know some of the characters and storylines.
Okay, so we were talking about this before we started this. Here's the issue that I have with any of these things. To address this trailer, this looks like a better trailer than Morbius and will have the same outcome as Morbius, where I understand the character, I've read the books and all that. I was interested. I'm the person that they're trying to get to see this. What I question here is, who is this made for? So now I will say this and caution you and say, I will not only be there on opening day, I will be there for the sneak preview, because that's just what we do. If it's Marvel related, DC related, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to give it a chance. But this is you have your A, B, and C tier of characters. Okay, so like I would say you could take your Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Okay, they refer to that as the Trinity. Those are the ones that everybody wants. And then you get to the Flash, where they want it to be A and it doesn't get to A. It's really B, B plus.
Yep.
Same with Green Lantern. Then you get to Green Arrow, and all of a sudden that's C plus, C on its own. Madam Web is a D-list at best character.
Okay.
So now you're building a potential franchise around it with 3 other people who they also have spider powers. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, it looked like something.
So from the outside, you look at it and you go, the trailer looks very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it looks... I don't know what they're going for. Again, I always try to figure this out. Who is the audience that you're trying to appeal to? This looks like it's going to appeal to younger women or girls or whatever, because that Sydney Sweeney, I'm not going to call her the right name one time.
Actually, I think you just did.
Did I?
I think so.
You think show?
I think show. Big show.
So she's popular because of Euphoria or whatever. I keep seeing her on magazines and all over the internet. Not the way you want to see her on the internet, but I can understand trying to build this around a young star like that, but it looks like it's not built around her. So again, I'm confused as to what is this about, and who are you trying to... Are you trying to build a Spider-Verse? Like if they said this is step 1 of building our Spider-Verse, because we had Venom, we had Venom 2, we had Morbius, we have Kraven coming out. I feel like Sony is using every Spider-Man character because they have the rights to do it. They're building everything around that.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that. Sometimes some of the best stuff come, like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's my favorite thing ever. Those 3 movies, I have every piece of plastic you could buy about the Guardians of the Galaxy. I love that whole thing. That's the one-off where you'd say, nobody knows who they are, and it was a huge success. This, I don't understand who this is meant to appease.
The one thing I will say, as you were saying that, which got me thinking, is that because Sony has the rights to this small chunk of Marvel, they're going to do everything. Because if they don't make anything, or if they just make Spider-Man movies, it's going to dry up pretty quick. And then if they don't make something within X amount of years, whatever the contract is, usually I think it's like within 2 or 3 years.
So it depends. You have to have something in development.
Yeah.
So the original Fantastic Four movie that was made in 1994, which no one has seen, you have to be really dedicated to try to find it.
Yeah.
It is bad. And it was made for $3 million just so they didn't lose the license. They didn't have to release it. They just had to make it.
Yeah.
So, again, in here, I don't think you would... What I don't understand is Spider-Man makes you money. Venom did well. Just push Venom 3 forward faster. Unless there's some plan with the Marvel universe where they want to save Venom for that, and there's some kind of deal.
Which there could be, yeah. You never know. From a Sony executive perspective, that's kind of where I'm trying to put my headspace. Is I'm a Sony exec. If you're in those high tower exec positions, You don't care about creative. You care
Right.
about keeping the IP, making money off the IP.
Okay, let me ask you this. So they say they put, I don't know what the budget is. We just saw the trailer right here.
Yeah.
If the budget was, what would you guess that budget is? 150, 200?
My guess, because they want to try to keep things down, my guess is it was probably going to be like I would say 100 was probably be my
So
max.
let's say it's 100. It
90 to 100.
Okay, so let's just say, let's estimate high.
Yeah.
Let's say it's 100. And as we always say, you have to take that times 2.5 for the marketing and everything else goes into it.
If they do that. So we have noticed over the last couple of years that big studios have not stuck to that and
Okay,
either under or
but
sometimes
let's
over.
take the Marvels example.
Yeah.
The Marvels just here's what I think. I'm not making fun of anything. I'm just laughing because I'm thinking of this. The Marvels comes out and the trades are saying it will lose at least $200 million. When you have to go back and look at the reshoots, because that movie was supposed to be almost 3 hours long and it's an hour 34. So when they reshot a bunch of things, let's just say that movie loses Disney $300 to $400 million. At the same time that these things are in production, somebody greenlights Madam Web.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think the problem that you have is that Sydney Sweeney, the project she was in, was really popular during the pandemic or just after. What has she been in since, right? I don't know why you wouldn't borrow, and maybe there's a cameo in there where they use Zendaya shows up or some kind of post-credit scene or something, but I don't get this. Now, I'm going to go see it because it's Spider-Man related. I will check it out. It's Marvel related. But I will say I will temper my opinions of it.
Yeah.
Again, the trailer looks kind of cool, but it also looks kind of confusing.
I agree. I was trying to see if they even had any numbers yet, but
Numbers on Madam Web?
Well, of the Marvels, Madam Web is going to be too early to get
So
numbers.
The first weekend.
I've got gross. I was just curious if they had.
So first weekend in the U.S. was 46 million.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, it had I think it was a 70% drop off as of Monday, the Monday after this. You're going to see this thing plummet. And
Well, it's only made. I mean, it's made worldwide 111.4 million right now.
off a $300 million budget.
Oh yeah. It's going to take. You're going to see them keep it in theaters as long as possible for this.
Well, but let's discuss this. Hunger Games comes out on the 17th. Mm-hmm. And then the week after that is Wish by Disney. How many screens are they going to pay to keep that on to try to get their money? Because, again, is Disney going to try to compete with themselves, with the Marvels and with Wish?
That's true.
I think when this was originally scheduled like this, they thought they had back-to-back winners. So then you look at the box office, even if they both do $500,000, $500 billion,
Yeah.
they still would have won. I think they're going to lose $150 to $200 million on both of these projects at the same time, which is really funny because I was looking at Disney stock after the quarterly conference call, and their stock had actually gone up based on the number of subscribers. They added 7 million more subscribers to Disney Plus, but it wasn't organic. That was through a deal they did with Comcast. So now if you have Comcast, they would add it to your cable selection. Well, it's being paid for by somebody else, and you're going to get it for a year.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. I mean, you tell me what you think. I'm not trying to be harsh.
No,
on that.
I pretty much summed up everything with when I first said. So not knowing anything about these characters, the trailer was good. Whoever cut the trailer together did their job. It was a really good trailer. I was kind of getting some of that Punisher, Venom 2 / Morbius vibes to it. So it's not something Morbius I still haven't seen. I think it is on Disney Plus now or something. It's on.
I don't know where.
No, not Disney.
Netflix, I think.
Netflix, I think, is where I saw it. So I haven't watched it yet. I want to give it a shot at some point, but it's not something that I.
Morbius is not a rush out and see.
Yeah.
Now we did rush out and see it.
Yeah.
But I can't say there's any saving grace to that movie at all. That movie feels like you're watching a movie inside a phone booth. Even when they move locations, they're not moving locations. It seems like a lot of it was shot on one big sound studio. And I don't get, like, Jared Leto will be really great in something, and you get excited that he's attached to something else. And then you see, to promote an album, he's climbing the Empire State Building. There's so many weird things about the guy. I don't know what you can really hang your hat on and say, is he a great actor or is he just a strange person? Well, let's go to What If.
Yeah, let's go to What If Season 2.
See if this cleanses
trailer
the palate.
just came out, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, already got my attention.
This kid puts on quite a show.
I have eyes on the target. He does not look all that threatening.
Peter Quill? Oh.
Looks can be deceiving.
That is Peter
Your
Quill.
Highness.
Are you sure you do not want any backup?
Nah, I'm great with kids.
You thought the story was over. But it was only just beginning.
Is that Rogue?
I don't know. Is it? No. Is it?
Well,
Maybe.
did you see the hair?
But things
I think that's Fin Fang Boom or Doom.
in the multiverse.
The Watcher.
Sorry. All right, this looks badass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Korg.
Nice. Love me some Jeff Goldblum.
9 episodes. Oh, here's the other thing. They're going to come out every day from the 22nd through the 30th. Oh, good. There's Shang-Chi. We can skip an episode. Jesus. Ooh.
Interesting. Yeah.
Rocket.
Heck.
I've been looking for you for a long time.
Heck yeah.
Just be careful. I don't think I can bear to narrate what might happen next.
Okay. That's a winner right there that I will be watching every damn day.
I just got chills.
That
was really
badass.
We got a code red. The Avengers Tower's been overtaken.
On Christmas? What is this, Con Air? No, wait, Under Siege?
That's
No,
funny.
No, oh, that's not it.
Hey, John McClane, focus.
That's funny.
That's great.
Nice.
Brilliant.
That is really good.
They got a winner on their hands right there.
That's really good. On their IMDb page, I am happy to say that they have already greenlit a 3rd season.
Really? Okay. Let's see the trailer for that. I'm just kidding.
Well, that's not out yet, but they've greenlit it, so we know that there definitely will be more. Yeah, tell me your thoughts for it. I'm gonna not play the audio and just kind of replay so we can kind of.
Does that not look like Rogue in the beginning? Now, I'm away from the computer more than you are, but that
Let me
looks
look
like
at
they've
it
added Winter Soldier in there. That you're gonna see this part coming up right here. The person that's walking out, I know it looked like it was Nebula pulling off like a hairpiece, and maybe it is. But when you see this coming out of that portal, that looks like Rogue. I mean, they've added a lot.
It'd be interesting if that's where they decide.
This is how they should have introduced. Okay, see that streak? See the white streak right there? That looks like Rogue.
That could be it. Maybe that's just a little teaser of like,
Right.
hey, we're gonna introduce X-Men.
From X-Men 97 was supposed to be out already. So at this point, you should have had mutants involved. So the animation piece of this probably did have the mutants involved.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's not like you could cut it out somewhat, but
Yeah,
in
they could
animation, you
cut,
can't
yeah.
cut it completely. But I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks great.
This looks really, really good.
Man, this is going to be a great Christmas time to watch this. This reminds me of like the hype behind like when WandaVision came out or Kenobi, whatever you think of those things.
Yeah.
Like there was hype behind that. There wasn't like when Echo comes out, who the hell's watching that unless you got nothing else to watch?
I don't. It looks good. I'm definitely giving
I
it a
know
shot
it looks good,
once
but
it
again,
releases.
it is a Madam Web Morbius type character.
But in its credit, I think those characters do a lot better on the TV setting instead of movies.
Absolutely.
Like, best example is Arrow. Like what they did with the Arrowverse, with the CW. I give them so much props.
Credit for that, to create that whole CW with Flash and what was the show called? Legends of Tomorrow, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another thing that I don't know that many people have watched that should watch it is Titans was on HBO Max.
Yes, that's really good.
That and
I
Doom Patrol
that.
is good. Doom Patrol is more like over the top funny, but
yeah.
That's the kind of thing that I want to see, where you're taking it serious, or if it's going to be funny, like the Guardians holiday special or something. You know what you're getting into. With Echo, I don't think you know what you're getting into. And I don't think that Disney knows either, and that's why using Daredevil and Wilson Fisk in this is going to make a difference, because I think that's what people are going to tune into.
Yeah.
Echo does one important thing in the books, and I'm not going to say what I'll tell you after you see it, because if they do this in there, I don't want to spoil it, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody that's watching, but there's one thing that she does in the Marvel Universe that you just go, damn, I wasn't expecting that. If they don't do that in this, because there's no season 2, from what I understand. They're not even, that's why they're dumping it all in one day. But it should be interesting to see what comes out of that. But if nothing else, we have season 2 of What If. That looks phenomenal.
That looks great. That's going to be a great thing to watch over the holiday week, etc. End of the year
That's
stuff.
appointment viewing, basically. You can wake up in the morning and see it, because you're not going to want to see the spoilers on X or anything else.
Yeah, you want to get right in there and watch it as soon as it comes out. Those are really, really cool. I had a few other trailers that we to watch, but we'll watch that in another episode since we're need to wrap up.
But to get those two done, because those came out on the same day.
Yeah, that was.
And again, I'm not trying to be harsh, because there are trailers of things that I saw that I'm like, that thing looks really great and it's a dud, or something I wasn't excited about that I thought was awesome. I will reserve my judgment until we see that next year. But
before we wrap up, though, there was something I wanted to ask, not just for my benefit, but for anybody watching, is you watch, I mean, and to my credit, I do watch a lot of stuff too, but you watch a ton of different stuff, or have within the past. Something that's come out, maybe it's been 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20, whatever. What's one thing that you could suggest to somebody, like, hey, this is something, if you're not seen, go check it out?
Does it matter?
I'm putting it on the spot.
Does it matter if it's Marvel, DC, or can it be anything?
Anything. Yeah. I'm going to ask you this multiple episodes.
I always get this wrong. So I believe it's called Severance, or can you look that up real quick?
The Apple Plus?
The Apple Plus show.
Severance, yes.
So I've recommended this to people, and they always say the same thing. I watched the first 2 episodes, and is it Severance or Severed?
It's Severance.
Severance.
Yep.
So it's
good.
This show is so good, and if you get through the first 2 episodes, because basically what I think is smart about this show is that they kind of took you as the viewer, and there's a person that, one of the main characters, you are kind of seeing the world through the third person view, but how she's seeing it. You don't understand what's going on, and the first episode is tricky to get through. But the more you go through it, because you think a lot of these things don't mean anything, they start unraveling. And then when you get to the end, that last episode, you're dying to see season 2. I don't know when they're going to do it now that the writer's strike and Hollywood strike is all over, but I'm telling you, it ends on a major cliffhanger that you're going to want to see. If I was looking for a series to watch that is like an under the radar type thing, that's what I would pick. If I was looking for something mainstream, if you haven't seen Succession by now, I'm sure you've heard all about it, but they're two different things. One is high-paced entertainment, and the other one is a slow burn. But once you get there, you go, "Oh God, that was amazing."
Yeah.
But it's a little bit. I can understand why people think it's a little highbrow or thumb in your nose. You know what I mean? Like, you guys think you're smarter. Not us, but like the writers of this thing. It's extremely well done.
I agree.
That's a good thing. We should always recommend something at the end.
I know. I've got some good ideas. Quite frequently, you just don't.
You've got one or two.
Yeah.
That might be one of the two. All right, you've been listening to reviews from the back row. We'll see you next week.
See ya.